they allow you to come to Dubai and buy a house, does it mean that you can come and... Nonsense. Why not use America as an example to do that, to say that? And tell me who, like right now, my kids that are all Americans, tomorrow, as their parents that are from Africa, then whoever that comes here will say, no, they cannot go for... Look at the political post Nigerian kids are having here in America. And the only thing they have is that they were born here, but their parents are from Nigeria. And America gave them the same equal playing ground. And in the country that is your country, so said, we're hearing and seeing people like this come out to preach nonsense. To preach nonsense. People like that don't deserve a place even in that Lagos. I say it, that woman should not even be in Lagos. She should not be in Lagos. So people like that. Let me leave it at that. I'm waiting for people like that to come. Anytime they come out, I'm coming out. Anytime I see idiots like this come out to say any nonsense against Ndibo, like she's preaching now, I'm coming out. That's I will say that I'm going to leave that at now. My water hot is on. My water hot is on. Okay, that's it for that one, my people. Reasonable minds. I told us earlier on that this discussion is going to be a little bit spirited. Okay, and that's what it is. Because we're trying to make Nigeria great again, and some idiots are somewhere trying to put Nigeria down and take us back to where we came from. Nonsense. Well, what are we talking about? Yesterday I said to us, I will talk about the Naira crunch. There is a video that is also circulating. Okay? There's a video that is circulating, and I believe you guys have seen that video, where it is alleged that a group of men came, okay, with trailers. I just say shipload because our money, they move. When we carry our money, they carry them in what would I say? Ship is even an understatement. Because if you see the kind of money where they come drop here, that thing is bigger than trailer. What was so horrid watching those tapes? And this is why I'm a little bit worried right now, and you should be. It's what I wait taught. In all this while, I talk about how Nigeria can adapt and how Nigeria has been adapting to the situation as things are going, because Nigeria, they're so blessed that whatever you dealt to them, they will take. But this one of Naira crunch, okay? This one of Naira crunch is too much. And they were holding, say, last Saturday was the time they gave them, after the election, things are going to get better. And Nigerians say, okay, so long as for the betterment of Nigeria, we are going to have patience. And they did. 3 weeks after the election, they're still going with Emefiele and Malami or whatever his name is. And Big Baba. The Big Baba now is saying, because the word that was out there was that it was between the three of them, that the Big Baba doesn't want them to respect that. And you ask yourself, why? Why? And now, the Big Baba don't come out now, okay? Come the talk, say no, give them such orders. Because the court has ruled that the old money, because of the scarcity of the new one, which we now know what happened to the new one, why the new one was scarce. We now know why it's scarce. Okay? So they said they should bring back the old one, because everybody took their old one back to the bank. The bank took it gladly. When we were taking that money to the bank were not having problem. Every day they were collecting billions and billions from us. Every single day. They were collecting all these billions from us. Then to collect billions, give us thousands. Now for where? They can't begin the test story. Because the same thing they were telling us they were trying to avoid is what started happening behind closed doors. The same thing they were saying they were going to avoid. That was the reason why this Naira money, this new Naira redesign was introduced months ago. That it was to fight, political, electoral corruption and stuff. Did we? Did we indeed? Did we succeed? Because my question there was, is it a boom or a bust? That Naira redesign, was it a boom or a bust? That's my question to you guys, reasonable minds. And there is no doubt that it's a bust. Whatever their intentions are, only them know. They know only them know what their intentions are in redesigning. What they sold to us is blue, blah, 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 blue. What they sold to us was blue, blah, blah. Now we know. Because the same people they were trying to, keep this money away from, so said, still get their hands on this money. We had one of the MDs of the bank came out here, Abaje, came out here and said that he was instructed to release 500 million naira to the one of the presidential candidates, and we know who. And we saw how that money was still was going around, and all this nonsense. So what they sold to us was a boo-boo, and we ate. We ate because we trusted them, which we shouldn't have anyways, knowing their histories. Okay, but now this is where we are now. Now, that money that we returned, the word reaching us and the video we are seeing now, it is alleged that that money that were returned to the bank has now been shredded. They've shredded the money. You saw the evidence. Let me see if I can get it. They shredded the money. So why is it a problem? The problem now is that, and why, nobody knew when they did this shredding. That's one thing. Another thing is, we don't even know how much is left. Because we know now, the whole policy was just a mess. I don't even know who sat down to think of such a thing. There was no pre-plan. Okay? There was no pre-plan of nothing. You took the money that is in circulation and promising to give us a new one, and you didn't give it. And people are, you know how many people that have died? You know how many people that have died during this process? And more that are still going to die? And now, and all this while, people were waiting and said, Supreme Court, she's saying to them, release this old, let the old money. Since you guys are now bringing out the new money, release the old one so that the people can start continuing to use the old one. And Nigeria is a place people will hear just go. They don't hear to come back. But when people hear new money, nobody was even taking the old money anymore. That became another problem. People were not taking the old money. I saw in one of the markets in Lagos the other day, these market women, their bananas and plantain were all rotten because there was no money, nobody was to buy, no money to buy. So the whole thing was a bust. And we still, and the Jabaganda, even if that has half of the country's money, if not me be him since then, I for them begin to share this money with everybody. Yes. Baba, please make it share now. Share. Yeah, we don't give you this presidency for the past 2 weeks now. At least make you settle. Settle us now. Not be NIK alone. So think about it. It hurts. And today, Nigerians are waking up today, seeing these videos all over the place. That the money has been shredded. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I still say this thing. When they do all these things they do, and somehow this thing gets revealed. They brought this money and they dumped this money. Okay, thank you everyone that is on. I didn't even start recognizing every one of us. They brought this money. Okay. They could have, since that's what they did. Why do we need to say it? That is torturing. Baba, honestly, that is torturing. You and the Emefiele. I don't even know how you wake up and go to bed. I have you in the same column now with Mahmoud Yakubu. Two of you are in the same column to Nigerians right now. You guys should be the two worst Nigerians in terms of policy making. Both of you, Emefiele and Yakubu. They shredded this money and they came and dumped this money in a clear and pale view. Make we see. That's torturing. You can allow us to be hoping, hoping and hope, because all this what Nigerians has been doing is hoping and hope that it's going to get better and stuff. That's what Nigerians has been doing. So you should have allowed us to continue hoping that someday this, all of a sudden we're seeing that this money is gone. This money has been shredded. You know how many people that are going to die tonight just saying that alone without even knowing what is behind it that are going to die? Shame, 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 shame on you guys. Shame on you guys. Look at this country. You talk about the things that make a country develop is just little things. The timeliness of the people in power, okay, getting in front of a situation that is trying to get out of hand. There's a bank. The word they're using is that the bank failed. There's nothing we're not here in America. They're using the word that the bank failed. Silicon Valley Bank, Silicon SVB. Whatever that made this bank to fail, this bank has an operating whatever portfolio of 200 or something billion. So they said the bank failed. So are they saying that they lost the billions? Is that what they're saying? The reason why I'm referencing this and bringing this into this discussion is this. It's what the president did. Because there's something that goes on in developed nations like this. Anytime people hear picking with the bank, people will do what they call a run to the bank. Okay? People will do a run. And that's a situation where everybody want to go to the bank to go withdraw their money. Because they're scared of losing their money. Because that's your money you have there, no matter how many billions or thousands you have, is only in the insurance of every distance, I think, is only $100,000. For every billion you have, is only $100,000 insured. What we had, FDIC. Okay, Federal Deposit Insurance, whatever. Then the Reserve Bank. So the moment they had this problem they stopped and they took over. The federal government took over through their Reserve Bank. They took over. How many times we don't hear say federal government took over for Nigerian? Look, with what we are going now, wasn't it enough for knowing that central bank is completely incompetent? Central bank has failed the citizens, amongst other agencies that failed the Nigerian citizen. Central bank are the worst. So their incompetency is beyond this place, to the extent that the federal government now was supposed to intervene. Like the president came out this morning, the president, Joe Biden, came out today and said, people take it easy. Nothing. Yes, we know that this bank fell, but we have things in place. Your money is still intact. You see how he just came in to calm people down. Because it was going to be chaos all over the place. But he understood the pulse of the nation. He came out and he spoke. This is democracy. When you're talking about the Hamed democratic president, nonsense. When you start saying that, this is it in play. When something like this happens, not be from out. You come out and you do the thing. You give orders. He gave orders, he made that bank should be shut down. And there's a similar bank, something. He said, shut it down. He said he doesn't care about investors because investors knew they were taking risks. That's what the president was saying. But that the ordinary people that have their money in that bank, he said to them, your money is safe. That is the president. Just by spoken word. And the whole place calmed down. And that is the kind of president we were about to see with Peter Obi. That's the kind of president we're about to see with Peter Obi. So, Baba, I know say I hear say my tape don't reach you. I hear say it don't reach your ear. If this one reach your ear too, Baba, please. It's even be good yourself. Say you go carry some money, come out for road. They share. As soon as they come out during that election, they go places. They say vote to me. This time where things there like this, if they go out also to those places, they show them, bring out notes. All those 40. Oh man, Nigeria. Well, that is a very sorry situation. Right now, we don't even know that they're saying that they are going to release the money. Which money? Because Nigeria is a place where they're going to do this, they show you this. So what they're showing you is not actually what is happening. What they're showing you is not actually what is happening. Now they say now, yeah, they agree now to do, release the money. But which money? The one where you don't shred to pieces? Heartless set of human beings? Let's move on. There is I talked about what's his name? INEC is in our is in our topic for today's program. We'll talk about INEC, okay? Yesterday we talked about how they've been delaying, what their delay means to the obedience. We talked about it yesterday. For those of you that were on yesterday, what their delay is doing and why we should be scared of their delay, okay? And I came here. I said to the obedience yesterday, to our principal yesterday, I said, listen, to go occupy the office no day enough. Unless what you guys did today was what you mean by going to occupy the office, okay? So I said to you guys, I want to see papers flying. I want to see filings all over the place. Start filing papers. And somehow, you better say you don't get to two now, when I don't hear them. So today, INEC don't say, okay, we are ready. But again, I still through that question, should we be alarmed? Because we know INEC. We know their eye. Where their eye they not be for our chest, not for our neck. And not to squeeze and kill. We know. So now they're saying they're ready to release this to us and stuff. Indeed, are they ready? Okay? And do we know what we're even looking for? That's another thing. Make una no go there now, they begin serve on a nonsense. Make una no go there, they begin serve on a that their own, and I think saying that they raise stuff. I believe you guys are going in there as lawyers with an expectation. I believe so. Because lawyers, when they go out fishing, because what you guys are going out is fishing. You guys are going fishing. So you better know the kind of fish you want to catch. Don't go in there looking for any fish. No. You have to be specific on what you're looking for. And I know you already have your answer, but you are trying to collaborate what they have with what you have. Because when what they have is not what you have, there's a problem. If what they have, there's a problem for them. Because you believe that you have the real stuff. But if what they have is what you have, good. What they have is not what you have, okay? Like I said again, that's a problem. And that's what you guys are looking for. Because right now, you know, either way, it's still going to play out good for you guys. Okay? Because we know the results we've been seeing. There's another one that came through the web today about the current result where Obi won 19 states. Okay? Landslide. He won 19 states convincingly. Average of 50-60%. 19 states. Others were like 9 states, 7 states, and so. So if that is the result, if that is the real result, you guys are going to confirm and collaborate. If that's what it is, kudos. Kudos to you guys. Okay? And that's why I say you guys should go there knowing what you are looking for. So don't go in there. They go in there and start giving you what they cooked. Because we know how rotten their food has always been, is, and is still going to be. Okay? They ain't nice. Ain't nothing nice about them, people. about the eye people. Ain't nothing nice about them. Okay? So, as you guys are going there, you have your numbers already. And I believe you are going there to collaborate. Okay? Let their number be different from your number. They have a question to answer. And let your number collaborate with your number to go be the glory. Because that's what we're looking for. Okay? So they've agreed to give you guys access, and that should be in the quick. That should be in the quick. I'm a little bit worried because I don't trust them. I don't know what they've put in place now. I say, okay, come. So tomorrow they say they showed it to you. You see, we showed it to you. So that is why you guys have to be fully prepared be a little bit preempted. Be preempted in understanding what you're going to look and search for. Okay? That's it. That's it for that one. The final thing I want to talk about is what is it? The Nigerian Labour Congress. Comrade Joe Ajaero. Yes. Dejo. Dejo. The man. Yesterday I came up on the air. As we were leaving, I gave a little time in talking to Comrade Ajaero. Comrade Ajaero, for those of you who don't know him, is the president of NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress. Those people, they get mad though. And I told you guys, I've read the guy's writing. The guy, in get him. You know? So, and I begged him, and I said no. Because they were planning, they were having some issues because of some people that have been owned in the state. Owned in the Imo State. Imo State are owning some people, in, you know. So, Nigerian Labour Congress kicked in and said, listen, we're coming. Imo State citizens, go prepare yourself. Get yourself ready. We're coming to shut the state down. Okay? So prepare. The word that really got me, the word that struck me was the word indefinite. When they use the word indefinite, that one come make my head. Come make my head they shake. Indefinite. Not be good word you won't give to people where they hungry. You know what in that one be? They come shut the down indefinitely. Yo! I say, I got Joe Biko. Biko. Hey, belly me. Hey, got Dejo. Dejo Biko me, belly. Don't go there. My dad would say back in the growing up, he would say, Echelebe Hije. As an MB man, he would say, don't go where you are going. I said to Dejo, Echelebe Dejo. I got that side. Biko. If you mistake, you don't see mistake. Make you know near there. If you don't want to do anything at all, let it start from the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. If you want to do anything at all. But I can also tell them, say, listen, Nigeria no day ready. Because the same people that are going to suffer this thing are not the people we are targeting. Because they say when two giants fight, okay, it is the grass that suffers. So if you guys are doing this thing, saying that the people, the common man, let them go suffer. And that was why he was saying they should go and stock up. I asked him, I said, what are they stocking up on? Where is money to buy anything? Asking people to stay inside. With what? So apparently somehow, you know, what we do here is spiritual. For those of you who don't know, what we do on this air is spiritual. So somehow he got a hold of our tape. He got a hold of it. He had us. Okay, he had us. And what happened with him hearing us? Okay, today, the word reaching out now is that now he's directing that anger to Abuja, to the right place. He don't call the federal government. He don't call Baba. Say Baba saying 7 days in the giver. You know, Nigerian Labour Congress. The people they powerful. That's how Oshimole entered there. He can enter there, come begin Nigerian oppressor. You know, Oshimole used to be one of the most respected men when he was the president of NLC. Then Benin people come vote him in as the governor. In Congo, they are change overnight. That's the way they do. That's the way they do. Make you no reach me. Make you no reach me. God forbid. If I eventually get there, make the thing no reach me. Yes. So that Joe can call Bababu. Bababu. Now don't you call him now. This is Ogajo. Baba. With this money thing where they go on, my people don't suffer too much. And they tell you now, 7 days. If you don't tell us what is going on with this Naira Wahala, Baba, I the shot and from your office I the begin shut down. Baba say, wait a minute. Not too fast. Joe, you still dead there? Joe, you dead there? Joe, you dead there? You dead there, Joe? I got just Baba they here. Okay, don't worry. Make I call Malami and the Mefiele. Now so you can put that call to them. So that's why now this Naira. You see how the whole thing they work together. All things working good together. To them that love God and are called according to God's purpose. And told us that we are the center of God's purpose. All these things are working together. It's all playing, it's all coming together. At the end of the day, we will smile again. Take it to be our last word for the day, okay? I thank you so much, Reasonable Minds. I try to, because of these tapes, get too big. Some of them don't call me, tell me, say, SBI, try to reduce the tape a little bit. Thank you, Clara, for coming in. So just joining us right now, I will ask those that are joining us now to go back and look at the tape for the day. It has been a wonderful evening with every single one of you that tuned in. Continue to share it. Continue to share our tape. If you're joining us now, go back to the beginning and see this tape. It was a wonderful evening that we had. We touched on different topics, and it was very unique, okay? You guys, as usual, were a sport, okay? You gave me your best, okay? And those of you that continue to send me things, continue sending in, because that's exactly how these things are coming together. And we know as our tape, they reach them there. Like you say, you see, the thing, when we come on the air and discuss some of these things, these guys somehow, our tape is all over the place. So they still manage to see it somehow. So the ones where we don't talk about, mostly that stupidest, nonsensical woman we call herself Yoruba apologist, if I may put it that way. Now that one I want debate. Now that woman I want debate. I don't even know her name. She don't put her name. They give her something she can't read. Maybe she can't debate. Anyways, as usual, thank you so very much, Reasonable Minds all over the place, for coming in. Okay, we are who we are over here because of who you are over there. All right? Continue sharing our tapes. You guys are doing marvelous. You guys are, you're making us a brand. You're taking us up there. All right? God's willing, it will all come together. All right? Nigeria is still on our mind. Nigeria, we're healthy. Okay? Thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to our channels, please go and subscribe to our channels. Simply Blessed Podcast. That is our channel. Yes, once again, from all of us here at the studio of Unique Images Media Group, I say, may God's grace, blessings, and favor speak louder for you and all that are yours. Amen. Thank you. Until next time, people, this is still yours truly, the SBI, the provocateur.